Beer number 2. Trying to stay productive.
3:36 p.m. on March
Made some. We got some burger patties going with some cheese on top. We got some tomatoes over here. We got some lettuce right there. Got some bacon over there. Got some fries in the oven. Got a couple of eggs sitting right here. For some reason today I got like a taste for like a nice fried egg on my burger. It's probably because I've been drinking. But yeah, though, that's pretty much it. Time is now 6 p.m. Well, 5:55. I'll call it 6.
Back to the game I love. It's great to be able to keep up with the guys.
That's okay. Even though I'm fucking up, I'm trying to stay productive, though, and I'm glad I didn't go out and just eat out tonight. Saved a little bit of money doing that.
It's a difference I can feel, and they can see that she can see.
What do I need? I guess that's it. Let me see. Burger to done, fries are.
And it's proven to reduce obstruction in the heart 4 times more. Camzyos may cause serious side
Fries are hot.
including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased.
I'm gonna say they're done too. I'm gonna turn them off. They're done.
Do not start, or change medicine or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms.
I mean, really, all I gotta do now is just put a burger together. That's it.
Heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking Camzyos, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions.
Don't think nothing of it, okay? It was on sale. I mean, if something else would have been on sale and it was cheaper, I would have went for that. This was the best I could get, the best price.
With Hermes Business Plan, get the business.
I'll toast the bread up just a little bit. Just a winky, a little bit of toasty woasty. Oh, we got some pickles over here too. We got the whole shebang bang, I think. You know what I don't have is like some onion, right? I didn't even think about that. Don't worry, kitty, you're okay. Relax. Yeah, that onion is no good.
Because it requires lots of water for cooling.
It's alright though. I can do without the onion. It's not gonna make or break the fucking burger.
The coast suffers extraordinarily from tsunami waves. Images pre-disaster show that Fukushima was built with protective seawalls for exactly this reason.
When Tesla was building the plant, they looked into the historic records to see how high they should build the seawalls to resist tsunamis. And they found that they would need to build it about 10 feet high in order to resist the big waves. To be extra safe, they actually added
Damn it, man. Fuck.
seawall up to 19 feet.
So why did these seawalls fail? Ocean record data shows 2 tsunamis in the coast on March 11th. The first at 3:27 p.m. is 13 feet high.
Well, let's just not do that again. I fucked up. Fuck, look, I already ruined it. We already ruined one. That didn't work out. We can't toast it in there. It doesn't fit correctly. Fuck, man. Alright, so we're not doing that. We're not toasting shit. Shit, we just ruined one too. Fuck. It's okay though. We're gonna make this work. We're gonna make this product work right here. We're gonna do this right.
The Onagawa nuclear power plant, which is about 75 miles north of Fukushima, was hit by a wave of
I'm a mustard mayo type of guy, I don't know about the rest of y'all.
The designs for the Fukushima seawall.
I mean, I don't mind when I go to Burger King. They do mustard and they do mayo and ketchup. But yeah, when I'm at home, I do mustard and mayo.
The earthquake happened off the coast of Chile, and this is 10,000 miles. So the tsunami wave, by the time it arrived, was only 10 years. Unlike Fukushima, the designers of other planes, like Onagawa, read Japan's centuries-long history of tsunami records in more detail. The designers of Onagawa have looked much farther back in history for of their seawall. The tsunami that was built in 1611, another one that hit it in 869. Both of those tsunami waves were much larger than the 1960 tsunami.
Alright.
Because of that,
We'll throw an egg in here. Bam, bam, bam.
there is now enough evidence to piece together what happens in the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear disaster.
A pickle there.
2:46 p.m. on March 11, 2011.
A pickle here.
9.0 earthquake.
Alright. We're making it happen, y'all.
Causes a loss of power.
I'm telling you, once you see this thing come together, you're gonna be like, can you make me one?
Backup generators.
Dang, you're gonna be like, what the?
Circulating around the reactor cores.
At 3:36 p.m., a 50-foot high tsunami breaches the seawalls around the plant, which has been built to load Texas.
Seawater floods most of the backup generators and.
I gotta be at work tonight. I guess I ain't gonna get no, I got some sleep earlier, so I'm not really tripping, but
Cooling water stopped circulating around the.
I would have liked to have got a little bit more rest.
Without this cooling, the cores continue to heat, and pressure froze in the vessels surrounding the core.
Temperatures rapidly climb, melting the fuel rods. Their zirconium coating
Oh, that's
begins
big right.
reacting with the
Hey,
steam.
Fluffy! Fluffy!
Highly flammable and a radioactively contaminated hydrogen gas leaks out of reactors 1 and 3.
The leaking hydrogen explodes, wrecking the reactor buildings, and shooting radioactive material into the atmosphere.
That's not it right there, that ain't it. I'm feeling that spot, that
It
place
takes
ain't
2
good.
weeks of hosing seawater
Better get Jack
into the
right, doggy.
to stabilize them after the meltdowns.
The workers who stayed behind risked their lives to prevent an even greater tragedy, although a lot of damage had already been done. Over 100,000 people were displaced, and giant swaths of land were declared uninhabitable and unflammable.
In the months following the disaster, European leaders decided on a new set of safety standards for nuclear power, and several countries decided to forego nuclear power altogether.
The disaster may have been triggered by a natural event.
All right, let's throw a little bit of lettuce right here on this side, right? A little bit of lettuce, you
There are many
know?
parts of the site that remain inaccessible to humans. It's simply too dangerous for them to go.
Fukushima was carefully designed to avoid the explosions that ultimately wrecked it.
We're here, we're doing it, y'all. Who's there? Anybody there?
By things
Says
whose sole purpose
8 people.
is to blow
Well, welcome. Welcome, man.
Gulf
Look.
of Tonkin,
Hey,
July
Rick.
1967.
You know,
Anchored
like always, you know, I'm still looking for one. I'm looking for a chick. You know? I mean, hey, only requirement is like, really? Look, I like mine without a dick. Plain and simple. You ain't gotta be a 10. It's okay. As long as you was born without a dick, man, I'm ready to go. We can start dating.
The forest always needs
You know what? 211 might be hitting a little bit. My bad.
since arriving.
My bad. Whoopsie daisy. That 211 might be hitting a little bit.
Aircraft from her 4-acre flight.
Whoopsie fucking daisy, alright?
At 10:51 in the morning.
Don't nobody come, okay, you know, and don't everybody come for my head at once, you know?
Explosions rock the giant ship. Fires rage out of control.
Alright, so look, right, you put like a couple tomatoes right here, right? You like, bam, you lay a couple tomatoes like that. Sprinkle them with a little bit of salt.
Are killed.
I'm gonna sprinkle them. Hey, back the fuck up right now. Oh!
Now, combining detailed photographs with eyewitness accounts and neighbor reports, we will digitally dissect the disaster. What wrecks one of the most powerful warships ever built?
Oh, doggy.
No, you're not about to get. The average grocery bill is now at its
Now at its highest point in over a decade, there's no sun inside. This high prices.
prices are up, but not at Metro. With lower prices, and you get a 5-year price guarantee. One line of unlimited 5G is now $40, period. And a free Samsung 5G phone. Go online or in store.
I hope it goes good. Shit.
Only at Metro.
I'm at 5 more in a
Who's
while.
that? Susan Grimsley? I see you, Mr. Sir. Mr. Sir, you gonna call me daddy for real?
769.
Try Hyperboost.
I don't know, you know, I'll take it, you know, but you know, whatever.
With Amex Business Platinum, get the business value you need. With benefits like access to this insurance.
We're almost there. We're getting close now.
1.5.
I hope these eggs are good. They've been sitting in there for a while. I hope I don't just pop this one open and ain't no bueno.
And a flexible spending limit.
Please,
that
God,
fits your business.
let this motherfucker be
You
good.
can take your hit product from table to shelf. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
All right, so that's one pair of glasses.
Might they get hotter? Like it.
Plus anti-reflective lens coating,
Oh,
scratch-resistant coating,
did I choose?
UV protection.
Making shakshuka? I don't know what that is, sir.
That's also me. Free returns, free exchanges.
I'm making a
free
burger.
frame adjustments for life.
That's what I'm doing.
More is that?
Oh,
I
it's
got
all
some
included.
patties over there.
So my glasses.
Are still just $75.
Oh,
Surprise!
Pickles, tomatoes, lettuce, mayo, mustard. I kind of want like one of those, like, you
Using
know,
the available evidence,
what do they call those? Those over easy or something? Yeah, well, you know, one of them eggs. I want one of them eggs on the burger for some reason.
Preparing for their second launch.
Normally I don't do that, but I don't know.
that day.
Guess I'm feeling it today.
And the flight deck was absolutely packed with fully fueled aircraft, 2 of which had just taken off.
Pretty much,
survivors
an
and
eggy
members
burger.
placed the start of the fire
There
at
you
the
go.
rear of the flight deck. Beneath 2
Sometimes it's good, you know.
flown
Throw a
by
nice
Lieutenant
fried
Commander
egg on the
Fred
burger
Beck
out. Man, sometimes
and the
it's good.
future senator and
Sometimes
Republican
it's not,
presidential
though.
candidate.
But today,
John
yeah,
McCain.
today I'm feeling it.
Eyewitness accounts suggest that the fire started after one of the fuel tanks on the 2 planes ruptured.
Survivor testimony confirms that both planes are about to start a new bombing mission, meaning they are armed, and their fuel tanks are full.
Each Skyhawk can hold 400 gallons of fuel. That means there are now gallons and gallons of burning jet fuel on the flight deck. And the flight deck is crowded with explosives and missiles and other fully fueled jets.
One of the most vital sources of evidence comes from the ship's
See how it goes.
unmanned camera system
Let's see
used
how
in
it goes.
landings and takeoffs. It captures the entire disaster on film.
The operator misses the start of the fire, but does manage to capture the crew grabbing their gear and racing off to fight the conflagration.
94 seconds after fire breaks out, there is an explosion underneath one of the Skyhawks. 9 seconds later, a second
LOL said F and then hella motherfucking little stars. I don't know what the fuck that means.
The explosion killed and maimed several crew members, including one who couldn't escape his burning plane.
But the pattern of fatalities recorded in naval
Yeah, I got no clue what that means.
reveals something
You're on your own there.
Despite the ferocity of the blast, only 28 of the 134 crew killed are up on the flight deck. Why are so many killed below decks? Photographing
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna turn out
shows that
correctly, and I ain't got no
bombs
spatula. This is what I'm working with right now. I ain't got nothing.
3/4 thick steel flight deck. And the deck has hundreds of gallons of burning jet fuel.
My bad, Dina. Here you go. Here you go, mama. Some water, baby. There you go.
Allows the burning jet fuel.
We're gonna see, though. Hopefully it works out, right? We can only hope for the best here.
New fires and creating huge volumes of toxic smoke in confined spaces.
Look at these little patties. Look at them. Got a little spit of cheese on them already.
Today, many crew are not even awake.
50 sailors died whilst they were sleeping in their beds.
In total, 106 people died below deck. But the force still carries well-trained and experienced fire crews. Why don't they get the situation under control before fire?
Fuck, man. You know what? This gonna stick, I think. Shit.
Magnifying the flight deck footage at the start of the fire reveals a vital clue.
The man running towards the fire carrying an extinguisher is Chief Aviation Boatswain's mate, Gerald Farrier. He was head of the damage control team on the Forrestal.
We can see Farrier and his team rushing towards the fire, grabbing the foam hoses as they go in order to put the fire out.
The footage shows Farrier clearly focusing his efforts with the extinguisher on one of the 1,000-pound bombs that's fallen off of the Skyhawk. So he had identified what the main threat was,
Experts have estimated it should have taken Farrier and his team around 3 minutes to extinguish the fire.
That would get the situation rapidly under control. But just 94 seconds after the fire starts, the bomb barrier is strained. Explodes. The explosion kills Farrier and their experience firefighting through. In an instant, the Forrestal has lost almost all its trained firefighters. The burning fuel now pours down below deck, with fatal consequences. Why didn't Farrier realize the threat from the bombs and protect his vital team by pulling them back?
Quiet.
Any bomb exposed to fire or intense heat has what is known as a cook-off time. This is the time it takes for the heat to cause an unintended explosion.
Farrier and his team had watched training footage that demonstrated how a 1,000-pound bomb could be directly exposed to burning aviation fuel for several minutes before cooking off.
The footage Farrier and his team had watched involved a Mark 83 1,000-pound bomb. Quite a standard bomb.
All right, not too bad, but it did stick a little. So, you know, it wasn't hot enough.
Explosive, a very thick steel casing.
I got the egg on there though.
Film says that in a fire, it will take
I got the egg on there.
for a Mark 83 to detonate.
Now we just put this little burger right on
So
it.
why does it explode after just 94 seconds?
And that's what it looks like. I mean,
Dry hair?
you don't want this little sad piece just hanging there, but that's what it's looking like, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but
Fast hydration, that goes deep. OTF.
hey, shut the fuck up!
No pastille meds now?
I want to hear that shit.
No, the psychology-based weight.
Shut up!
Yes, Noom combines medication with healthy habits so you can lose the weight and
Don't make me come over there.
They guarantee. That's real.
Don't make me come over there.
It starts at just $149.
I'll start regulating and shit.
In 7 days.
Monkey edits.
Who's ready?
Anybody on here? Let me see. It says nobody on here. It's all good. It's okay though. Y'all don't love me. It's all good. Don't worry
If we
about
weren't
it.
proud of the craftsmanship, the level of detail that
Don't worry
goes
about it.
into every
It's all
pair of
good.
Parker glasses, well, we probably wouldn't show you how they're made, including this part, which is our favorite.
Oh, you know what? I forgot the bacon.
And this is also great. Each pair comes standard with lenses
Come
that are
here.
scratch resistant, anti-reflective, and UV protective.
Huh?
Try 5 pairs for free at warbyparker.com.
1 second, you're worrying about
That hurt
your
my son. I don't know.
And then, thanks to ADT, there's a lot less to worry about. Feel secure enough to let others in with trusted neighbor from ADT.
Fuck it, let's get crazy. Put 2 pieces of bacon on there. Fuck it. Let's get
Pleased to
wild.
explain why the 1,000
All right, now we're good. Now we got the bacon on there.
goes up so quickly with such
The
painful
burger.
consequences.
I mean, look at it. That's what it's looking like, y'all.
The day before, the Forrestal had been resupplied with 1,000-pound fat bombs, so-called because of their round shape.
A decade old. Their specifications are quite different to the bombs Farrier is trained to deal with.
So while the Mark 83 bombs had a cook-off time of around 10 minutes, the Stinger fat bombs had a much shorter cook-off time of around 85 to 120 seconds.
It is one of these fat bombs that kills Farrier and much of his team. It explodes 94 seconds after the fire starts. It takes the decimated crew of the Forrestal 17 hours to finally extinguish the inferno. This all explains why the disaster is ultimately so devastating. But what triggers this lethal chain of events in the first place?
I'll be right back.
Rewinding the flat camera to the very start.
Move! Move! Get out of my kitchen, doggies, I swear to God. Nobody there? I'm all alone? I want somebody to see my magical burger. Well.
Taking off.
It's not bad at all.
At first glance, it seems the plane in the footage is firing, but magnifying the footage shows a curious anomaly.
The figure in the foreground actually looks the other way.
What is he looking at?
Closer examination reveals that the flash on the film
Who is that?
actually a reflection on the window.
Who's my only viewer? Who is that?
Filming through, and that the origin of that flash is indeed the starboard stern part of the ship.
The flash traces back to an F-4B Phantom II on the rear of the flight deck. It is pointing directly at White and McCain's Skyhawks.
The Phantom is armed, amongst other things, with LAU-10 underwing rocket pods. Each pod contains 4 unguided 5-inch Zuni rockets.
The pilot, Lieutenant Commander Bangert, confirms it is one of his Zuni rockets that hits the Skyhawk's fuel tanks.
Bangert testified that he had not fired the missile accidentally, but all he had done is powered up the plane's electronic systems.
Launching a missile involves the pilot pressing a button on his joystick. This sends an electrical signal to the underwing pod to launch the Zuni. But Bangert says he never touches the launch button. All he does is switch the electrical supply from ship power to plane power, and the missile fires uncommanded. Later investigation of the F-4 Phantom discovers a design flaw. It can cause an unintended power surge during this switchover. A power surge that can activate the missile launch circuit.
That's not good.
But an uncommanded missile launch should still be impossible.
Power surges happen, but there are several safety measures in place to ensure that they don't result in an accidental rocket launch.
A small pin inserted into a triple ejector rack under the wing physically breaks the connection to the missile launching system. With the pin in place, a launch signal cannot reach the missile.
According to normal procedure, that pin is only supposed to be removed when the plane is on the launch catapult, meaning if there was an inadvertent rocket launch, it would just fire off into the ocean.
However, naval records reveal that the Forrestal has implemented an unofficial procedure to speed up takeoffs. It involves removing the pin earlier. But even with the pin removed, a missile launch should still be impossible. An electrical plug called the pigtail must be physically inserted into the missile pod to arm it.
The pigtail is only supposed to be inserted in the last moment before the Phantom launches. So between the pin being removed and the pigtail being inserted, it should be impossible for the rocket to launch accidentally.
But naval records show that the pigtail procedure has also been altered.
It turns out that the weapons coordination board and the maintenance crew on board the Forrestal
Out of my kitchen, no, out!
the procedures
Right out!
to save time. They
Rascal!
were inserting the pigtail significantly before
Rascal!
the plane was ready to
Rascal!
take off. There are several
Rascal!
officers who testified
Rascal!
that the pigtails had been inserted
Good boy.
into Bangert's rocket pods prior to the incident.
We are now ready to bring all the pieces of the disaster together and reconstruct the entire sequence of events.
Nope, you're not imagining it. The hour
Don't tell me we got 2 whole fucking viewers right now. Holy crap. Oh yeah, I'm on my way now. It's over now. I'm on my way. To the top we go, baby.
And you get a 5-year price guarantee. One line of unlimited 5G is now $40, period. And
What up there? Who is that?
Go online or in-store.
Who are my 2 amigos?
Pain hits fast. Forget relief fast.
This damn burger is good with that fucking fried egg on top.
They release medicine fast for fast pain relief. And now, get Max Strength Topical Pain Relief precisely where you need it. With Tylenol Precise.
Call me pretty little thing, and I love to turn them on. Perhaps you be my liberty, so you can hug that thing all day long. Come be a sexy little thing. Oh, you wish you were my liberty, slow you down to the morning.
1 second, you're worrying about your home. And then, thanks to ADT,
God, I hate this fucking
there's a
commercial.
lot less to worry
I
about.
really hate this commercial right
You're
here.
secure enough to let others in with trusted neighbor from ADT.
And I had everybody's face in this commercial too.
The disaster on the
I
USS
do.
Forrestal
Fuck all those
begins
people.
with a tiny procedural change to a missile launch system on a Phantom jet.
The ship's committee makes a decision to insert the pigtail significantly earlier than the original safety procedures dictated.
Evidence strongly suggests the pin on a second safety system has also been removed. An electrical surge is now able to trigger the uncommanded launch of a Zuni rocket. The rocket hits 2 Skyhawk bombers, puncturing at least 1 fuel tank.
The ruptured fuel tanks spread gallons of fuel onto the flight deck, which is ignited by the rocket propellant.
The burning fuel engulfs bombs dropped by the Skyhawks. The bombs explode, killing many of the ship's firefighters and blowing several large holes in the flight deck. Burning fuel floods through the holes into the lower decks of the ship, killing crew still in their bunks. It takes 17 hours to fully bring the fire under control.
It's fucked up.
134 people are killed.
Damn.
The Forrestal managed to limp back to Safe Harbor in Manila before eventually returning to the United States, where it's going to undergo a $72 million refit.
After the Forrestal disaster, the safety procedures around the Zuni missiles were revised. Old bombs were taken out of service, and new bombs were given more insulation to protect them from the heat of the fire.
The Forrestal disaster begins with not following the design procedures. Procedural errors can kill, even when they are far from a battlefield. New York, a city of soaring skyscrapers and high-rises.
Originally, you have things like the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building.
But New York is a city of constant change.
The skyline is dominated by cranes, which are constantly renewing a city that is ever climbing upwards.
In the early 2000s, there was a big boom in residential buildings being built by Tower Cranes.
On the corner of East 51st and 2nd Avenue, the construction of a residential high-rise is riding that boom.
Damn, that burger hit the spot right there. Whoa. That hit the spot.
179-ton tower crane
Time is at 6. We ain't got no time for no sleep break, so don't get that idea.
Buildings crushing cars.
The crane crashes me.
Woo! That burger was good though.
Giant boom cabin propelled across another building,
Damn, that was
landing
good.
on a house on an adjacent.
I mean, damn, that was good though, y'all.
Apartment building damaged
did it.
others and sent people running for their lives. Heavy metal work plunges
I did it.
200 feet
I did it.
into the New York streets.
There were 6 construction workers on the crane mast when it fell. 5 were killed, and the 6th was very seriously injured.
The operator and the victims in the building hit by the crane also died. 24 people are seriously injured.
This was a huge crane, and one eyewitness said that when it landed, it reminded him of what happened when the World Trade Center came down. You know, dust and debris everywhere.
Using eyewitness statements, engineering reports, and analysis of the wreckage site,
That was good
we
though.
will digitally dissect the
Not gonna lie, that was good. That was a good burger. I enjoyed that quite a bit.
This lethal collapse.
6:30, 7:30. Maybe I get like an hour nap.
collapses is known as a static tower crane.
A tower crane consists of a single lattice mast, a horizontal boom, and the operator's cabin just below that boom. It's a static system, meaning it doesn't move, and it's actually fixed to the building.
The collars and the tie beams lock the crane onto the building, providing the lateral support that it needs to stay in place.
The bottom of the crane is secured to a concrete base.
The crane leg sits on two large steel
Woo! Yeah, I thought I was gonna make the second one. That shit got me.
Spread the weight of the crane over
Man.
two large reinforced concrete walls.
You know what? I got some beer in here. Like, I got a good amount of beer left in here. So it's like up to like here.
But photographic evidence shows significant
I gotta be at
damage
work
to
later.
the
Let's be smart, right? I'm gonna take like one more sip and then I'm
Could
done.
the entire disaster be caused by a fault in the crane's foundations? The feet of the tower are displaced,
Yeah, I'm
but the
done.
design of the base is supposed to prevent this.
The feet of the tower are actually in pockets on two steel beams which span between reinforced concrete walls.
These steel pockets are designed to stop the legs moving sideways.
When we look at the foot of the tower after the collapse, you can see that the feet have actually moved out of those steel pockets, and the foot of the tower has actually moved towards the building. And that really shouldn't happen.
Ah, dinner is served though.
Suggests the steel pockets have not
I need some weed.
Instead, their edges have been defined.
I'll be okay.
The base is bent and swashed inwards. For this to happen, the tower leg would have to lean sideways into the edge of the stationary pocket to crush it. This means the pockets and base don't fail. The crush damage is caused by the tower above moving. That should be impossible.
The tower itself is fixed to the building, really connected to the third and ninth floor.
Is there something wrong with the tower's ties to the building? To understand what has happened, we need to create a timeline of the disaster. Engineers confirm that prior to the collapse, the crane is bolted to the building at the third and ninth floors.
The crane was involved in the construction of a 43-story residential building in Midtown East. Construction had already reached the 19th floor.
As the building grows taller, the crane has to grow with it. It is known as jumping the crane.
The jumping of the crane is an incredible process where you install a new section of the tower.
We know from survivors that at the time of the collapse, the six-man crane team have just completed raising the tower by 54 feet. They are working up to 238 feet above the Manhattan streets.
The latest segment had extended the tower as far as it could go without fitting a new tie to the building. So the next job, once they jumped the crane, was to fit a new collar and ties on the 18th floor.
Evidence from the crane operators confirms the workers are attaching this 18th floor collar at the time of the collapse.
The first sign that anything was wrong was when huge pieces of metal started crashing down the side of the crane.
Photographic evidence of the third floor level clearly identifies what these huge pieces of metal are. The collars holding the crane to the building.
What we see there is the collars that belong to the higher elevations is sitting on top of each other on the third floor.
So you can see that the ninth floor collar sandwiched between the third floor and the 18th floor collar, which is what was being installed at the time of the collapse.
How could both of these massive collars fall?
Call me pretty little king, and I love to turn them on. Boy, I love to be my liberty, so you can hug that thing all day long. Sexy little king, I'm gonna shoot my liberty, slow you down.
When I first noticed my hair loss, I panicked. That's when I found hers. Through hers, you
can find a range of prescription hair loss treatments.
It is very clear that it's worked for me.
Regrow hair in as few as 3 to 6 months. Get started today at forhers.com. There's an easier way. From little fixes to big projects, taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today. These are my teeth. A few overlap.
Others are straight, crooked, and capped.
Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple brush.
No matter what kind of teeth, you're gonna brush.
Oral-B's dentist-inspired brown brush it hugs them, cleans them, gets in between, going where regular brushes don't reach, so teeth get 100% better clean. These are my teeth, the key to my look.
And here's how I perfectly clean every nook.
Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
Eyewitness evidence confirms that at the time of the 2008 New York crane collapse, the collar on the 18th floor is being fixed.
This is a huge collar weighing 5.5 tons in 2 pieces, which are connected around the tower.
This key photographic evidence is taken just before the collapse.
Relax, right? Relax.
It shows heavy polyester slings are temporarily supporting the new collar to the tower until workers connect it to the building with steel beams.
Before
I had to go get my weed. It was in the car.
Collar slings.
I'm ready to smoke. I'm gonna relax for a little bit. I'm gonna relax for like an hour.
Thing is really
Then I gotta get ready for
this
work.
5.5-ton piece of metal.
5.5 tons of steel slides 100 feet down the crane tower. It slams into the 9th floor collar.
You know,
The
I don't
force
know about
of
the
the
rest of
impact
y'all, but
rips the second collar away from the building.
that's what I gotta do.
Now plummet down onto the 3rd floor collar.
The 3rd floor collar doesn't completely break away from its connections, so that's why the 3rd, 9th, and 18th floor collars remain at that point.
There are now huge unbalanced loads on the tower.
There is a permanent 42-ton counterweight on the back of the boom. That allows it to lift much heavier weight,
The counterweight creates a huge imbalance.
and that's exactly why the tower is connected to the building to counteract that.
After the collars fall, the crane is only connected at one point, the 3rd floor. Above, 16 stories of unsupported tower are being pulled away from the building by the immense counterweight on the boom.
The crane tower.
What are you? Hey, what are you doing in here? I'm gonna fuck you up. Padawan!
That is on the 3rd floor.
Go away, get your ass beat.
Leverage of the 42-ton counterweight over 16.
Not playing, so go away.
Immense.
This created enough
Get your ass whooped.
for the legs to pop from their pockets.
Once that happens,
Don't come into my kitchen without my permission, bitch.
the disaster is
So go away to get an ass whooping.
polyester sling.
You asking for it, bitch.
Collar on the 18th floor.
You asking for it.
And these have snapped.
The crane
You're looking for it. You want it. You need it.
to prevent any friction.
Each half of the collar has 6 plugs. 2 are for lifting the collar.
Now you doggy, I got it for you.
To the tower.
Don't fuck with me.
That the correct ones are used for each job.
Don't fuck with me.
Is that the collar should be lifted by lifting lugs. Just by the pull
Time?
of the collars, and then secure.
Fuck, it's fucking late. It is late. Shit.
This allows the securing slings to be tied to smooth supporting bars on the tower, designed for
Shit.
that purpose, while the collar is secured to the building.
Everything got time for much now.
According to the evidence, this does not happen.
You can see from a photo taken at our former class that one of those cars is actually being lifted by the central connections, not the lifting lugs of the crane.
It sounds like a trivial change, but the consequence is that the crane team secure the collar to the tower on the available lugs at the corners. Now, the securing sling cannot be fitted around the correct smooth bar.
and improvised and just connected the collar to the tower at those corner positions.
This improvisation creates critical problems.
The first is that there's only positioned to fix the collar with 4 slings as opposed to the 8 specified in the instructions.
The collar is now held in place 180 feet above the New York streets by half the correct number of slings. And that's not the only error.
Our connection to the corners are being forced into sharp V-shaped grooves, which brings them into this cutting at sharp edge. We have fewer slings and there are a lot of straps being stressed over sharp edge as long as the game.
Not only are there half the correct number of slings, but they are secured in a way that makes them vulnerable to failure. We've been now
Laundry.
together.
Just toss some clothes in the washer. Try to stay ahead of tomorrow's work.
Exactly what happens.
The first thing to that the last is the lifting of those collars by the wrong setting.
This prevents the crane's 5 riggers 200 feet up in the air securing the collar correctly. So they improvise. They secure it using half the correct number of polyester slings. They loop these weakened slings around V-shaped grooves on the corners of the crane. These pinch the slings and increase the strain on them.
Alright. We did something today, though. We did a little something.
Slings snap.
We got some stuff done. We cooked. We cleaned a little bit. We did some laundry.
The crane mast.
You know, it wasn't a total fucking, like, just loser-ass day. So, you know, I can be proud of that tomorrow.
And the crane is now attached
Even
to
though I
the
fucked up by drinking, you know, but I didn't drink like I normally do, so I just a little less.
At that point, we have our 42-ton counterweight top of the tower, pulling the tower away.
The one remaining connection
got some
on the third
positive.
floor collar acts as a pivot.
We got some positive.
The legs of the tower dislodge from their supporting parts. The 238-foot crane falls into the adjacent building.
I mean that. We got some positives today. We're good. We're not total losers today. We got positives. We got a little productivity.
The 2008 crane disaster.
We got a little productivity. Not much.
Regulations with regards to the safety.
We got a little productivity today.
Anyone involved in that has to take a 30-hour training course with refreshers every 3 years.
The legislation also limits the use of the synthetic slings, like the ones that snap. So hopefully, no one else will die again in this kind of disaster.
Eczema isn't fair, and it isn't your fault. But with Epros, people with moderate to severe eczema can have real results.
Till next time.
Like skin that's still more clear at 1 year.